Hi and welcome back. Today I'm going to show you how to make my really delicious peach salsa. And if you saw my last video where I made the barbecue sauce, you also noticed that I was going to prep all of these ingredients for my peach salsa. So I already prepped the peaches, as you can see, and the other fruit is plums. And I picked out a lot of my yellow and orange tomatoes and some different colors and kinds of chilies that I'm going to use for this salsa. So it will be a really yellow one, it won't be red, and it will be really sweet without any added sugar. I'm going to use just a little erythritol to make it the exactly right amount of sweetness. And once again, I'm not removing the skins of either the tomatoes, the peaches or the plums, so I'm just cutting them into really small pieces so that it won't matter. And the chilies I'm also cutting into smaller pieces. I really like the different colors. It will look really pretty in the jars and it will taste nice as well. These chilies are not that spicy, but they have a lot of flavor. I already cut up all of the onions that I'm going to use, also into really small pieces, and I just fried it up in some olive oil. And the garlic I just put onto the other things here in my tub. And now I'm just putting it into my pan, and I'm just going to boil it for a while. And as you can see, my pan is already a little dirty, and that is from the barbecue sauce that I made in the last video. So I really enjoy to make a lot on the same day and just reuse the dishes so I don't have that much to wash in the end. Now I'm putting in some white balsamic vinegar, and this is the erythritol. And as I mentioned before, I'm just using a little because all of the fruits and the yellow tomatoes are so sweet that I don't need a lot of it. And now I'm putting in some salt and some cumin. I'm also using a little coriander, but both the cumin and the coriander, I don't like it to get too much flavor from those kinds of spices, so I'm not putting in that much of it. But I really think that it's beneficial to have it in a salsa because it gives it just the right flavor. And these were just some bell peppers that I cut up and some more green chilies. So this will give it a lot of color and it will just be really pretty and flavorful in the end. So now I'm just going to heat it all up, and I just took some of the tomato juices into my Vitamix, and I'm going to put in some xanthan gum and blend that up and put it back in the pot. And this will just help the salsa to not be too watery. It will not be as thick as a jam, but it will just thicken up just the right amount, so I like it. And I felt that it could use just a little more xanthan gum, so I just put in a spoonful more. And now back into the pot with this, and you can see it's not really thick, but it's a lot thicker than just a juice. You can always just adjust the spices to your liking. And now I just boiled it for a while, and I think it has the right consistency. So I prepped all of my jars, and now I'm putting the salsa into them. These are just some smaller jam jars that I'm using because my husband doesn't like salsa that much, so it will mostly be me that's eating it. So I'm putting it into smaller jars just to be sure that I can empty a jar before it goes bad. And I'm wiping off the rims of the jars and putting on the lids. And these are lock lids, so I will tighten them really well. And now into my water bath canner. And the water is already really hot, as you can see, because I already water bathed all of the barbecue sauce from the last video. And then next off I will do my enchilada sauce. And here you can see that it's from the next day, where I just made all of my jars ready to go into my pantry. So I have a whole stack of salsa now, and the other jars, I believe that's the enchilada sauce. So please come back to the next video where I will show you how I'm doing that. And here's just a glimpse of what I did this whole day. So that's all of the barbecue sauce, my salsa, and then the enchilada sauce over here. So please be sure to watch all of the videos so you can see how I'm doing everything. And thank you so much for watching today. I hope that you want to subscribe to my channel and go and follow us on Instagram at Vestas Farm Life. Bye bye.